They are provisionally accepted as such.
Is the court cases, my lord?
No, I'm sorry, there are only two.
There are only two.
Okay,
Okay.
Then is correct.
So which is, it will be C2.
C2 and then
Do you have
D.
a copy for me?
The copy was in
the original.
front of her, that is the original, my lord. It was in front of her all along.
Do you have a copy
No.
for me?
The original for the court.
No. I can use the. I'm content with the copy. It's fine.
Yes.
If you have a spare copy.
Yes.
And then the lease agreement would be Exhibit D.
Is the copy?
That's C2, Sonia. Then the exhibit will be.
That is C2.
Yes. They are provisionally accepted as such.
Is the copy?
Thank you, Sonia. Where's the lease agreement? Mr. Topan,
Yes.
do you know?
I did. There it is, ma'am.
That's a copy.
That's a copy.
Make it Exhibit D, Sonia. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Mr. Topan.
Okay, well, then I intend to play a video of the church meeting that the witness attended after returning to the church.
Are you in a position to say, Ms.
Yes, I can see.
Thank you, Lord. Perhaps we should just dim the lights and I'm going to ask the operator to play the video.
Thank you, Mr.
Anytime
you wake me up, these three things will meet me. And that's why tonight we have a lady like this back in our midst. You have her back. I am not saying this is common. This is what is called gospel. Just say hello to the people and greet them. She's back in your midst again. Somebody shout hallelujah. Give the people.
I greet you all in Jesus' mighty name. I'm so overwhelmed by the love that I have received. It's as if I never went anywhere. And I'm so grateful to God for that. I'm so happy to be here. So happy. I joined this ministry at a young age. I was 13 years old. And obviously when you grow up in an environment like this, you will definitely miss it when you leave, because it's a thing that impacts your whole life, you know. And when I left, there was that void, and there has been nothing to fill it, nothing whatsoever. And I'm just really shocked at how God's mercy works, because I'm here and it's as if I feel undeserving of His mercy, and His love is just never ending. And I thank God for that, and I thank God for this ministry. I thank God for the man of God. I pray that my story can inspire others to never leave this place. You don't want to leave this place. There's no place like home. Thank you.
I don't want to read, if you remember the name of our song or something, let us sing the song. Lutando, this is how to handle the children of God. Don't utterly cast people out, because we will give accounts. It doesn't matter what anybody does wrong.
Ngoba umbani wenze nanto nayo.
Leave a room for repentance.
Shiya igumbi lenguquko.
Am I talking to anybody?
Andithetha nomuntu lapha.
When someone was praying towards the temple,
Xa uSolomon wayithandaza ngasetempileni.
I like the language he used.
Siyathanda ulwimi alisebenzisileyo.
He said to God, when he was praying, he bowed down his head and he was praying, he said, "Oh
Wakho
God,
ukuthi inhloko wathi kuThixo.
forgive everyone that has offended you
Xolela wonke umuntu
or sinned against you.
okwenze wona ngakuwe.
For there is no man
Ngoba akhona
who does not sin."
umuntu
He put that in
ongoniyo.
brackets.
Wayifaka ku-bracket ke loo nto.
For there is no man
Ngoba akhona omnye
who
umuntu
does not sin.
ongoniyo.
My understanding about life
Ukuqonda kwanguwo
is based on the word of God.
lusekeliziswe ezulu likaThixo.
Here comes about that lost soul found again.
Umuntu obelahlekile ufumanekile kwakhona.
Miracles will cease.
Imangaliso iyaphela.
Faith will cease.
Ukholo liyaphela.
Only love will remain forever.
Nawushiyeka uthando.
Thank you.
Nkosi.
I know a place I can always run to in times of distress, confusion and fear, when my enemies surround me. Father, with you I know I'm safe, for you keep me and hide me in the shadow of your wings.
deceive a sinful man. Have mercy on your child. Forgive all our past sins. Reconcile by your blood. Have mercy, O Lord. Write our name in the book of life. Don't change your mind concerning this prayer, O Lord. You died for her. Let your name be glorified. In Jesus' name, I pray. Stand up. Galaxy, come, all of you. Welcome her back to yourself.
Thank you. Will I propose to cross-examine the witness on the video? Ma'am, you've just watched the video that I've played, correct?
Yes, I have.
Does it jog your memory?
It does.
Is your memory of what happened there more clear now?
Yes.
You confirm that that video is a video of when you rejoined the church here in Port Elizabeth?
Yes.
And that was immediately after accused number one informed you that things were going to be the same as they were before?
Yes.
I want to put it to you, ma'am, that your demeanor during that service is totally inconsistent with your version that you believed that he was going to rape you again.
It's not something that I made public to the church, so obviously my demeanor would not be the same.
I put it to you that you would not have been able to conceal your fear had you been fearful of being raped.
I put it to you, sir, that I concealed my fear very well in that video.
So you were fearful.
Yes, I was.
Were you very afraid?
I was.
You were. Why did you encourage, during the speech you made, or the testimony you gave, I think they usually call it in the church, other people not to leave the church?
Because that's what he wanted to hear. Saying that pleased him.
You were out to please him.
Well, I had no other option but to please him.
Did he tell you to say that?
He told me in the car that he would give me a chance to speak in church.
Yes. Did he tell you what to say?
No, but I mean, obviously knowing this man, I wouldn't say anything against him in that church.
You said that you told the congregation that you were happy to be there.
As I explained earlier today, this man still had a hold over me at the
Were
time.
you happy to be there?
No, inside I wasn't.
So that was a lie when you said you were happy to be there. It was untrue.
It was not true.
Correct. You said you miss it when you leave the church. Was that true?
Yes, that was true.
You did miss the church.
I missed singing in the girl band more than anything.
You said that there was a void when you left. Was
That's
that
what
true?
I said.
Was that true?
No, that I was always on edge when I left.
So that was not true when you said there was a void when you left.
In retrospect, talking to me now, 22-year-old me, no, there was no
At the time
void.
you said it, ma'am, did you believe it to be true?
I was just saying that to please him.
You were 19 at the time, correct?
Yes, I was.
You said you were shocked how God works, or
Yes.
had worked.
That's what I said.
What did you mean by that?
I meant that at the time, it was shocking to see how the church was welcoming me after I'd left.
Everybody did welcome you back, not so?
Yeah, everyone was very happy to see me come back.
They were very loving towards you, correct?
Sure, they were.
And you thank God for His mercy and love.
I thank
Correct.
God for His mercy and
Yes.
His love. Yes, I did.
And you thank God for the man of God, referring to accused number one.
I did.
You did.
Yes.
Did you mean that when you said it?
No. In my heart, I was wishing for his death.
So why did you say that, man?
Because, I mean, common sense says if you're in a church full of people that believe in someone, you're not going to say anything against him.
But why did you have to thank God specifically for him, man?
That was the general way of doing things in the church. everyone who's given the mic in the church will, one way or the other, thank God for this man's life.
You were not thankful to God for this man, obviously.
No.
Right. You said that this is, well, that there is no place like home, referring to the church, correct?
That's what I said.
And then you proceeded to sing a solo, correct?
Yes.
And later on you sang with the Grace Galaxy members at
Yes.
the time. And you had no difficulty in doing that.
Well, we had to have a short discussion about what song we were going to sing, but yes, there was not much difficulty.
You showed no outward sign of your fear, correct?
Yes. Correct.
You behaved perfectly normally during that service.
Yeah, I did.
Did anything untoward happen in that service? Anything improper?
In the church, no.
Yes. The way the pastor prayed for you, was that normal?
I mean, we all saw it looked pretty normal to
Yes.
me.
He behaved exactly the way a pastor usually does. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, in public, he
In
did
public.
that very well.
I want to put it to you, ma'am, that your demeanor during that service suggests that there was nothing untoward going on, that you were not fearful in any way.
My demeanor during my time in the church did not reflect my fear. My demeanor in the church did not reflect what I was going through behind closed doors.
You were a very good actress then, ma'am. Do you agree?
I don't agree.
You don't agree.
No, not at all.
You concealed your emotions very well.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did, for obvious reasons that I've reiterated to the court time and time again.
All right, while we've got the video here, I'm going to play you another video.
Okay.
Thank you. You can play this with me.
Church of the Lord Jesus. My position under the sea was I controlled demonstrations, and I also controlled people's minds.
Under the sea.
Yes, sir. Especially.
Okay, so you are not a diver, a swimmer, but how can you say under the sea just like that? I mean, can you explain to us how could you go to the sea? How did it happen that you found yourself there?
Okay, so when I went to the sea, I would not see myself in the physical. I went there in spirit. My body would stay wherever it was doing what it was doing. The people around me could not see what was happening, and I would go in spirit under the sea and do my job.
How long will it take you to go to this? Because it's a cool down to go to the coast. Drive 1.5 hours.
So
Any place it will be more than. So how possible? How quick?
seconds, even 1 second, even half a second.
How is it possible? How will you do it? How will you find yourself there?
So
Because before you go to any place, then you buy a ticket. Right? So we want to know these things.
So, like I said, we all know that every 3 hours the powers of darkness meet, right? And every 3 hours I'll go to the powers of darkness meetings. And wherever it was, I'll be there in the physical, but I'll be at the meetings in the spirit.
Thank you. We can have the lights. Ma'am, is that you in the video that has just been played?
Yes, that was me at 13 years old.
13 years. And do you recall that incident or that occasion?
Yeah, I do recall. And I recall how angry my mother was when she found out that this video had been posted by the church circulating the internet without her consent or her being consulted, that they were going to post her 13-year-old minor on the internet.
Right, so there were repercussions.
Of course there were repercussions.
Yes. Now, where was that video filmed?
It was filmed at one of this man's crusades.
Where?
I don't remember where.
And what year would that have been?
This was 2009, probably.
Who else is visible in the video? Who's the pastor?
Epimbulelo.
Is he still alive?
No, he passed away.
And what were you talking about in the video?
Epimbulelo, after speaking to me, was asking me questions about the powers of darkness and what my role was in the powers of darkness.
And where did you make up that story that you related?
At the time, my branch, Secunda branch, was getting a lot of attention from the whole church as a whole because of the amount of people, especially young ladies, that were coming forth to get deliverance from the powers of darkness by this man. So Epimbulelo spoke to me before I went there, and he told me, this is what you'll talk about. Whatever you were doing in the powers of darkness, just talk about what people do in the powers of darkness. And having heard all the other testimonies about people going under the sea while they're sitting in front of other people and magically going somewhere else while being in one place, it was a very outward belief, and they told me to say that in the church.
You were told what to say?
Yes, I was.
Why?
Indeed.
Why?
Because the branch stood to gain some more attention from the ministry. Secunda was in the limelight during that time.
And were you delivered from these powers that you mentioned?
These non-existent powers that helped me fly around while I was sitting down.
So yes.
I doubt their existence now, so I can't even really say whether they were
At the time
there.
you knew it was nonsense.
No. At 13, I didn't know that was nonsense. At 13, I was just saying what I was told to say.
I see. All right, ma'am, let's move on. We've dealt with the service. What do you say happened after the service?
After which service?
The one where you rejoined the church, sorry.
We went back to the guest house he had rented.
Yes. And what happened? Carry on, please.
And as I said before, I can't remember whether it was that same day or during the next few days, he started calling me up to his room again.
So you stayed at that house?
Yes, I did.
For how long?
I stayed there for the duration of the PE crusade.
Which was how long?
I can't remember. I got there when it had already started.
Why can't you remember when he called you?
I'm telling you that it was either that same day or over the course of the next few days. That's the best I can give you.
Either that day, was it a Saturday or Sunday or Friday?
I can't remember.
You can't remember. It was either that day, the following day, or the next day. Is that your evidence.
Yes.
And he called you to his room,
Yes, he did.
telephonically, or how did he do it this time?
Yeah, with his phone.
And did you oblige? You went to the room.
I went to the room.
Did you know what you were in for?
Yes.
And did your fears then materialize?
Yes, they did.
Did he follow the same procedure as before?
Yes, exact same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Did you offer any protest?
After him shutting me down in the car, no.
No. Bearing in mind you're now 19.
Sorry?
19 and somewhat wiser. You offered no protest.
After the car, no.
What are you referring to?
I'm referring to when I told him in his car that I didn't like what he was doing and asking him why it was so necessary and him telling me there was no other option. That's what I'm referring to.
So you protested in the car? You
Yes.
see?
And then he shut me down, as I explained earlier.
Just explain again, how did he shut you down?
He told me there is no other option. Tell me what you're deciding. Quickly, we're on the way to church. That's what he was saying. He basically pushed me into a corner. And remember, I told you what I said. I said, okay.
Yes. He didn't threaten you in any way on that occasion?
On that particular occasion. Not directly, no.
Or indirectly?
Indirectly, he was telling me, Cheryl, I need to know what to tell the children of God. So that puts you in a corner.
How's that?
How is that? So if
He was telling you that he wanted to know what to tell the children of God. Did that relate to you being welcomed back into the church, or you wanting to rejoin the church, or what? What was he talking about?
That related to him doing these sexual acts on me. Remember, I said he had asked me if things could go back to the way they were before. And I told him I don't like it. Why is it so necessary? And he rushed me for a decision. And then I said, okay. So I don't know what he would have said to the church had I said, actually, no. I don't know what he would have said. Children of God, Cheryl doesn't want to sleep with me. I don't know what he would have said.
So are you suggesting he was saying, look, you better agree to sleep with me, or I'm not going to allow you back into the church? I'm trying to understand what you're saying there. Is that how you understood it?
That's how I understood it. And that's how he conveyed it.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Now we're on the same page.
Lovely.
You must either agree to do the same things again, or you can't join the church.
That's how I understood his message.
And you said okay.
I said okay.
And you offered no further protest.
No.
Why not?
I mean, as I said to you before, I was now 19 and I managed to put myself in the exact same spot that caused me all of this trauma and all of this pain. So I felt defeated.
But you were not too scared to protest.
Yeah, until he shut me down and put me back in my place again.
All right.
The way he did.
Okay, you went to his room, the same thing happened again.
Yes.
Once again, you found these actions horrific, correct?
Yes.
You hated what was happening.
I did.
And you despised him for it.
Yeah. This time around, he remembers I was failing to hide just how awful I thought this whole thing was.
So you exhibited your displeasure in what was happening.
Yes, in the house I
You
did.
made it clear.
When everyone else would go down to greet him, I would stay upstairs. When everyone...
Oh, sorry, so in the house you did?
Yes, in the...
Say that.
Yes.
But even when you were in the room with him, you did.
Yes, I wasn't. You could tell by my body language that I'm not looking forward to this.
So you're still saying when the other girls went to greet him, what did you do? What would you do?
I would stay behind and not go to greet him. I would be absent. Because remember when I explained the kind of person he is, when he's downstairs and watching television, everyone is required to be there and join him and entertain him. I would not do that anymore.
The point is, ma'am, I'm talking about what happened in the bedroom. Please, we can go to other occasions later. You were not afraid to show your displeasure with what was going on, correct?
Yes. Well, I was afraid, but I showed it.
Beg your pardon?
I was afraid, but I still showed my disregard.
You showed your displeasure.
Yes.
And you showed outwardly that you were not happy with what was going on.
Yes.
But verbally you said nothing to him in the room.
Yeah, not after that car incident, no.
And you didn't resist his intentions in any way in the room. You
No.
complied.
Yes.
Now, at that time you're 19, you're much wiser. You've had a lot of experience since you were 13, 14. Why on earth did you not refuse to partake in what he wanted you to do there in the room? And why on earth did you not say anything to him or raise any objection?
I did raise an objection in his car on the way to church. And as I said,
And in the bedroom?
in the bedroom, I didn't say anything.
Then the question is why?
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Wu.
Yes. Would you answer the question? Why?
Why?
Yes. Why didn't you raise any objection in the bedroom?
Because he still had a hold over me, as I said. And I was still scared of him.
Why did you go to the bedroom in the first place, ma'am?
Because that's what he wanted me to do.
So even at that stage, when you were 19, you just complied with his every wish
Yes.
and command.
I blamed myself every day for having managed to put myself in that same position.
Why didn't
Because he used my age against me, and I blamed myself for it as well.
Ma'am, why didn't you just walk away
I couldn't.
after the service?
I couldn't. I had no means to go anywhere.
Could you not have made means?
How?
Could you not have phoned your mother
I could
and
have,
asked
but
her for assistance?
I didn't want to tell her because she had warned me. And I didn't want to go back to her telling her what you warned me about is happening again.
You wouldn't have had to tell her. You could have just told her that you need money. You need an air ticket. You need transport to get away from the house.
Well, as you can imagine, there was a lot going on in my head at the time. I didn't think of that. My apologies.
That's impossible, man. Did you not? Are you suggesting that you did not think of escaping and leaving the house to avoid the inevitable fate that was facing you?
I thought about
being
it.
raped?
I thought about it all the time, and mind you, the possibilities when it comes to trauma are endless. And later on, I did communicate my plans to leave that house with my mother.
Man, that was much later when you were in Durban, as I understand it. Is that correct?
Yeah, but
I'm
as I
thinking
said, the
about the
possibilities
house-
are endless when it comes to trauma. Trauma.
Yeah. That's irrelevant to my question. My question is, why did you not try and escape from your situation while you were in that house here in Port Elizabeth?
I was afraid and I did not have the means.
Is your father still alive?
Yes, he is.
Where does he live?
He stays in the East Rand.
What's your relationship like with him?
Not very good.
Not very good.
No.
You think if you had found him, he would have assisted you?
I don't know.
Are you suggesting that there was no one that you could phone for assistance?
I have family. I have a mother who cares about me very much, but I couldn't say anything.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have siblings.
How many? Are they older than you, younger than you?
I have one older than me and 3 are younger than me.
Have you got brothers and sisters?
Yes.
The older one is the older sibling, a male or female, brother or sister?
He's my brother.
Your brother. And what's your relationship like with him?
We're close.
Close.
Yes.
And your other 2 siblings, are they sisters?
I have one sister, the rest are brothers.
Or the rest are brothers? How close are you to them?
I'm close to my older brother and my sister. I don't see the others often.
Right. When you were in the house there, you had your cell phone with you, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Did you have friends at the time? Close friends? The time you were there at that house?
I had a couple of friends. Yes.
I assume you had your mother's number on your phone, you had your father's number, your brothers, your sisters and your brother.
Of course.
Your brothers and your sister. And your friends' numbers.
Yes, I did.
Did you have a Facebook account?
I can't remember, but I did have an Instagram.
Account?
Yes.
Do you mean to tell me you couldn't have phoned any of those people and asked them for assistance to get you out of your situation?
So this man has just told me that because I'm 19 and I try to leave again, my punishment will be double what it would have been the first time. Of course I didn't call anyone.
Is that why you didn't call anyone?
As I said to you before, yes, I was scared.
Were you being kept a prisoner in that house?
I was.
Was anybody preventing you from leaving?
I wasn't allowed to even go to the shop.
Who prevented you from leaving?
He made it a rule that I'm not allowed to leave the house unless we're going to church.
Ma'am, physically, did anybody prevent you from leaving the house?
No.
So there was nothing preventing you from walking out the door and walking down the road and leaving? Correct?
Physically, no.
Physically. Why did you believe this man?
He still had a hold over me, as I
Ma'am,
explained.
he previously told you that something will happen to you if you don't comply with his wishes. You'll die. You left the church, nothing happened.
Yes.
So you knew what he told you was not true in the first place.
Well, when he was threatening me, he never said you will die at this time.
Right.
So I don't know if death was still pending.
So you thought death might still be pending?
Yes, sir, I did.
What would have happened, did you think, if you just walked out of the door?
Punishment would be double, as he said.
And what would that punishment have been?
He said I would go crazy, walk around and taking my clothes off. Walking around naked, he said I'd go mad or drop dead.
Ma'am, just coming back to another issue. Excuse number one, he's entitled to know precisely what the allegations against him are. And unfortunately, in the charge sheet, no specific dates are given as to when he allegedly committed these offences. Broad periods are given. So it's making my task very difficult.
I'm not here to make your task easy.
I'm just telling you.
Come again?
I'm telling him I'm not here to make his task easy.
Yes. But you are here to give evidence and to tell the court when you say these assaults took place.
Yes, sir, and I've done that to the best of my ability.
Yes. And I already demonstrated to you that your evidence that you were assaulted in 2010 at that house can't be true.
It's definitely true.
You said that your evidence was after the initial assaults there in Durban, the initial rapes. You were flown down every weekend and every holiday to Durban and raped.
Yes.
Every weekend and every holiday. That was your evidence.
Yes.
Are we quite clear on that?
Yes, we are.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir. More especially so after the Grace Galaxy girl band was formed. Yes. He had more than enough reason to call me over and say we're going to rehearse.
Yes, it's fine.
I want to take you to the second statement you made.
You're still fine, Ms. Zondi?
Yes, Your Lordship.
We marked it C1.
Yes, C1. You mean this first statement? Yes, it's
The
C1.
first one is C1, second one is C2.
C2. Yes, you are on C1.
I want to take you to C2.
C2, okay. I have it.
You'll probably just be placed before the witness. Just go to paragraph 16 in that statement, please. I'll read it for you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Doberman, just before that. This is in your handwriting.
No.
No, Your Lordship.
It's not the one which is in your handwriting.
No, this is not.
Thank you. You can carry on.
Thank
Ms.
You say there, and this is after you had related prior events, I went downstairs, I was very scared even to tell anyone, as I knew no one will believe me. Everyone respected this man. Perhaps you should just go up a bit to paragraph 14,
Paragraph 14.
so we can get the timeline. I really don't want to go through what she said in the previous paragraphs, but this is, you're relating here what happened after the first time he raped you. Okay?
Okay.
Right. You say I went downstairs, I was very scared.
So we're going back to paragraph 16.
Paragraph 16. I went downstairs, I was very scared even to tell anyone, as I knew no one will believe me. Everyone respected this man. On Sunday we went home, like nothing happened. I would pray and cry when I'm alone, as I didn't know what to do. I wanted to forget about it. This would be my new norm for 2 years. He would fly me to Durban every second weekend and will do the same thing to me. Did you say that to the policeman?
I told the police every weekend.
So you deny that you said every second weekend?
Yes.
So once again, the police officer who took the statement must have sucked that out of your thumb.
I mean, when you're saying something to someone while they're writing, things get lost in translation. That does happen. The police person is only human. So
you're adamant you said every weekend to her?
yes.
All right, we'll have to hear from her. Why can't you remember, I'm coming back now to the occasion that you rejoined the church. Why can't you remember whether it was the same day or the next day or the day afterwards that you were raped?
I wish I could ask my mind the exact same question. I can't remember. I just can't.
Surely if it was on the day of the service that you attended, you wouldn't forget that? Because that would give you a marker.
You know, so how the mind works when it's experienced trauma is involuntarily. It blocks out certain things. So I can't tell you when exactly. I can't.
How long did you remain at that house, do you say?
I stayed with them from May to August.
No, at the house in Port Elizabeth.
I can't remember how long we stayed there. We stayed there until the crusade was over.
Was it a few days? Or a week?
I can't say, sir. It was less than a month though.
And during that time, were you only raped once or were you raped repeatedly again?
Yes, repeatedly.
On a daily basis?
Not every single day, no.
Not every single day?
Every
May I
other
just
day.
interject? I'm sorry. Yes, you may respond.
Every other day.
Yes. May I just interject, Mr. Doberman? Initially, in your evidence in chief, I think you mentioned a place where he was booked on the other side of the road, where you had to work 10 minutes and then
Yes.
10 minutes back in the wee hours or small hours of the morning.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Where was that? Was
That
it in
was
Port Elizabeth, Durban, or where was it?
That was Richards Bay.
That was Richards Bay. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you, Mr. Doberman. I just wanted to clear this thought which I had.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to disturb your train of thought.
So you had rejoined the church, correct?
Yes.
And what were your intentions, having rejoined the church? What were you going to do in your own mind?
After getting closure from him, which didn't happen, I was going to sing with Grace Galaxy again.
So you had the idea in your mind that you were going to travel to different cities in the country and sing with them. Is that correct?
Yes.
Different crusades.
Yes, especially after finding out that a return flight had not been booked for me to go back to Johannesburg, I accepted that I would be indeed staying there and rehearsing with them.
When did you find out that the return flight had not been booked for you?
I spoke to Lusanda while we were in Port Elizabeth, asking her if there'd been a flight booked. I don't know, during that time we were in Port Elizabeth, and she told me no.
Why didn't you make sure that the return flight had been booked for you before you even went to Port Elizabeth?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Right, and then what do you say happened? Where did you go to from Port Elizabeth?
We went back to Durban, to
How
the
did
house.
you travel there?
We flew back.
You and who?
Or in a bus. I can't remember whether we flew back from Port Elizabeth or we used the bus. I can't remember.
And where did you go to?
We went to the house, to Royal Palm.
To Royal Palm.
Yes, in Mhlanga.
Was that another mission house that had been hired?
Yeah, this was the new one.
The new one? Was that house referred to as a mission house?
Yes,
Yes. And was the Westridge place also referred to as the mission house?
yes.
And what do you say happened there?
I was not allowed to leave the house unless we were going to church. I was not allowed to go anywhere, even to buy my own toiletries. And the same thing was happening. I was being called to his room by him, so that the same things could happen again. And I was not, I was separated. He separated me from the rest of the girls. They slept in another room outside of the house. I slept in a room with 2 other ladies that was next door to his room, so I could be closer. And they had a nickname for the girls in that room, calling us the wives.
Who called you the wives?
Everyone in the house, all the ladies in the house. That was the wives.
Who called you? Were referred to as wives?
Yes.
All of you, even those were.
The three of us in the room next to him.
Did you still have your phone with you?
Yes, I did.
Were you in contact with your mother?
Yes, I was.
Were you in contact with your mother while you were young, Port Elizabeth, before you went to Durban?
Yes, when I came to Port Elizabeth, I had informed her that I've arrived safely. I didn't go into too much detail about how it was with her, just informed her.
How were you communicating with her? By SMS or
Cell phone, we would call,
call?
and we would text as well.
You made no complaint to her about what was going on in Port Elizabeth?
While we were in Port Elizabeth,
Yeah.
no. I only started complaining to her when we had been back in Durban.
And did you stay at 2 Royal Palm?
Yes,
For how long?
from May to August.
Was there a crusade on the go there, or what was the purpose of you staying there?
I was just staying there, rehearsing with Grace Galaxy. There would be crusades. I don't know how many there were while I was there, but there would be meetings.
Well, I want you to just play another video at this stage. The operator can just find it. Run document. Okay, can you play the first large file there, please? That one, thank you. Will you see the first video, please, as Exhibit 1?
Oh, which one is that?
The first one we played.
Yeah, it's Exhibit 1, it's fine.
First
You cut a CD for me?
I did.
Yes, thank you. It will be Exhibit 1 and the rest it will be 2, 3, 4. Yes, you can just give the handover to me once you're done with them.
Thank you, I'll do that.
Thank you.
2009, and I joined the choir in the same year. And by the grace of God, the group SABC was formed in 2011. So I joined Tony said she joined the ministry first. She came in the year 2009 and joined the mass choir. And then I came along in 2010, singing as a soloist. And then Cindy came later on in 2011, she came along. And then we started singing, me and Cindy started singing together first as a duet. And then Johnny joined us. And then we came in like on the 18th of November. That's when the group officially started. Great to see. The name was given to collaborate today of Jesus International by the Reverend Marshall, which is our mentor and our secretary.
Can't just use any microphone anymore for this star.
That's not possible. Instead of the microphone.
There must be enough sky before we can create stars. She came with me, she came with me. And let me sing you. I don't know that the singing and the sanctity of them in the make with you. You want to see my and the participant, the column participant is working very hard. Please tell them that I say, I love you. He goes to them. What I do, I always read this. And another one, and we want. I could sing. Singing was not one of them. I mean, Dolly and these two other guys. I made singing was going to make it before. They are from both of us, this is at 10 songs now. And the people that work with us, I don't know them. They told you, this book is sing. And nobody will have the song. And it's all already nice. The one of God made them and obey the light. Nothing to do. So now what I did, I told your daughter here, I said, she'll be doing Cheryl be doing them. Cheryl now will see if this thing can be 5 and have it and the West will do like. I will change the format. I'm giving to people that it's different from the one. You see here, from here, here. This is not the books are following me. The books are following me. What I say is, you should know how to get it well. Meeting is here. Everybody is following you. You are not here. So this time, yes.
Praise the Lord. This is a group that the man of God started just like he started with the Christianites. Praise the Lord. And now he's going to be busy with them. Those who were there in the morning when the man of God was here will know that he said that the girls he spoke about are this. And they will be joined by Sister Cheryl. Praise the Lord. Oh, she's there already. Praise the Lord. I didn't see her. So, watch out. This is the second project of the man of God. Praise the Lord. Don't be shocked. No, again. The prophet of the living God spoke. Watch them. Clap hands for Jesus for them.
with a 5 and 4. And they asked us what baby we'd like to have. And then we want maybe, since we have 5, and then 5 is the number of grace. So this got a name based on that aspect. And then said, no, we can be grace studies. That's how the name came about. He saw a group of stars, rising stars, because we know that the galaxy is a group of stars, and grace is that concept. So the group of rising stars. Well, I started singing when I was 3. So I was receiving the church in the Sunday school choir. I've always been a very shy person, very introverted, so I was always forced to sing. But then when I came to the ministry, I found some sort of ability and I wanted to sing. So I've always had that aspiration, because being in the country in South Africa, we're very country of the wilderness, so even my dreams were limited, because I knew there were certain things I couldn't even dream about, because they can't happen in this country. So it's really the grace of God that is helping us. Fortunately, all of us are being composed by the men of God, we have no cell of our own, which we could say we compose. All of them are just from the men of God. What is it that keeps you together? Do you have any firearms about you? Yeah, we do have power sometimes, but then it's the mission, it's the love that we have grown to have one another that keeps us together. And also, we were accepted as we came. When we came to the ministry of Jesus Christ International, we were accepted in come as you are. We don't have to change our personalities. Rather, we can use our personalities for the glory of God, to win souls. So that's what keeps us together. We haven't had to change anything about ourselves. And we get along, We've got many things in common, and we love each other. I think that's with the love of God. Yeah, that's keeping us together. And also, it's the love of man of God. He's also helping us along the way. He's encouraging us every step of the way. They're watching us, encouraging us. So yeah, that's what keeps us together.
How do your parents feel about your chosen their path?
Well, as my parents were a bit skeptical about it at first, because not many musicians make it that much in South Africa. So they were very skeptical at the beginning, but as the group progressed and competitions and the awards came around, they started getting more and more convinced, and now they support it fully. Yeah.
Well, my own was shocked because, as I said before that, I don't have any musical background, so they didn't believe me, and even at first, when the group started, I just told them that I am singing now, and they were like, it's a joke. But then, by the grace of God, now they're starting to support me, especially my mother. Now she's starting to support me, she can see that I'm going somewhere by the grace of God.
This for me, I had some problems then, but then when they got to they got used to singing and going to national and everything, they started to accept everything that was going on. So yeah, I'm just enjoying everything. Even then, they accepted everything. We have our grace of God in 2 countries besides our home country, South Africa. One is within the continent of Africa, and the other is in the Middle East. We have been in Israel, the first country we went to together as a group by the grace of God. Basically for pilgrimage, to get more knowledge and information about Jesus Christ. And then we went to Nigeria, where our mentor, Omotoso, comes from. He's a Nigerian by God's grace, and that is where we recorded our first music album by God's grace. Yeah.
With the blood of the
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm Cindy. I'm Johnny from South Africa. This is Good We are a girl band that consists of 3 girls. Basically, we have an organization under the ministry, and Johnny joined the ministry first with Jesus International, the church arm of the organization, and she joined the church choir. And then I later came on in 2010, joined the ministry, started singing as a soloist, and then Cindy joined me later that year. And last year, 2011, during November, we were joined together as a group, and we've been singing ever since together. I'm Cheryl. I'm 16, so I'm in high school working on passing. I'm from a small town called Secunda in a province called Mpumalanga, near the Limpopo region in South Africa. I'm South African, from South Africa. I'm from the city called Port Elizabeth. And I'm Dani. I'm from South Africa, from the Eastern Cape, from Port Elizabeth. We are passionate about singing, and now what we do apart from singing, apart from vocals, we are studying music and theology online. I guess the way people do all of this is we try and remember our mission in life, why we are doing all that we are doing, that keeps us grounded. And also we keep each other grounded, but we keep each other grounded. We remind ourselves each and every day, why we are doing what we're doing. And also the discipline that our mentor has given us, the training that we are under. Knowing that we're young, and now that we've started this journey of music and everything, we need to keep discipline, and we need to keep a profile, and we have to have a sound and sober mind. So I guess we keep reminding ourselves that we have to bring this for people to look at us as, we are going to the connections, but then us first, everything we just put God in it, because He's Bitcoin is stability.
Just close the next file, please.
Nothing of stuff that is in Grace Galaxy, South Africa's latest music sensation made up of 3 young ladies, Cheryl, Zondi, and Cindy.
There must be enough sky before we can create stars. And creating stars can create with God. But let us prepare our sky. So all our stars can be in the sky without fighting each other. I pray for your children that you may enhance their spirit in you, that no power of darkness will touch them. I'm going to pray. I anoint you in the name of the Son and the Holy Spirit.
day ovation became a group on the air.
Their name is Grace.
Grace.
I can call it Grace Galaxy.
What's Grace Galaxy?
Yeah, Grace Galaxy. Galaxy is the formation of stars. What is their name? GG. It's already starting. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your DJ.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm Cindy. And I'm Dottie from South Africa. This is Good.
Clear! And one!
We are a girl band. Just of 3 girls. Basically, we have an organization under the ministry. And Dottie joined the ministry first. International, the church arm of the organization, and she joined the church choir. And then I later came on in 2000 singing ever since together.
Their music sets a hitful, cool, funky, fresh, keep it happening, catchy, innocent, and appeals to both them and the old.
Rock music is more like hip hop. It's a different genre of music. It's more like hip hop, pop, kwaito. We are turning back the heart of young people back to God, and our music is very fresh. It's vibey. So we want to interpret the Bible, the Word of God, to the youth out there. My personal experience under the mentorship of Reverend Omotoso has been absolutely awesome, phenomenal, great. He raised us uphill, the 3 of us as a group. And everything from then has just been going uphill, better and better and better. But it's great.
Superstar, you're my hero. Jesus, Lord, out on the cross, you're my hero. Jesus, who's left from the grave, you are my superstar. Superstar, you are my superstar, you are my shooting star, you are my shooting star, you are my superstar, you are my superstar, Christ, you're my hero, you are my shooting star.
When I came to the ministry, I was used to all the genres in the world, trying to follow all my so-called ones then. all the Beyoncés, all the James Hardens. But hey, I came to the ministry. I was introduced to the man called Omotoso, who's our musical director, who's our mentor, who's a father. You know, he showed us what we thought we knew then, which is music, you know.
Away from thy presence, please don't take your spirit from me and bestow the child of salvation so that I may worship thee. Just away from the presence and restore that child. Take the spirit
Compose songs for us. You know, one of the most amazing part about our journey in the music is that every single song we have comes from him. Getting baptized where he was baptized, I mean, that was a wow moment, personally and as a group.
And recently recorded their first hit single, Young Tanda with Swami. The hit was composed and arranged by their mentor, Reverend T. Omotoso. They have been nominated for the awards Best Entertainment for the Fashion Television Awards in the United Kingdom in London, under the category of Best Gospel Act and Best International Act, but they will even release an album. Their animal again started as Drunk, Zahar, and Listen. These new kids on the block got nominated for Nigerian Gospel Award as Best Female Diaspora. Having been featured by several media houses, the Jamaican Down App and CCFM Data, the Herald and the Time newspaper, magazines as Niger Life and online magazine in Ghana. Grace Galaxy also been featured on a national youth television program, Hectic 9 as SABC 2 in South Africa.
How many of us know Destiny Child? Yes. That's what this ladies and just said. The sound. That's the same group Beyonce came out from. Yeah. I think you people are a wonderful gift. Very, very wonderful gift. This is a pride to Christianity in Africa. I can say that because not many places that you go, you hear Christians who sing with very great precision like you people do. This is a wonderful gift.
Have you ever, the way we sing, have you ever, the way we dance, have you ever, the way we pray? Have you ever, the way we sing, the way we dance, the way we pray? Have you ever loved the way we sing, the way we praise, the way we smile? Have you ever loved the way we sing, the way we praise, the way we smile? Do you really love my Jesus? Yes, I do. Do you really love my Jesus? Yes,
He has done for us everything. He has taken us through the journey, making sure that we are these young ladies will be healthy and beautiful. By God's grace, using him for our lives, we thank him. And we'd like to in a very special way. We love you, Daddy. Thank you. Mwah.
Lord, I propose that we call it a day on this one.
Are there still more videos for tomorrow?
Lord, I'm waiting receipt of further videos. Whether I will use them or not remains to be seen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mr. Ndela, what are the plans? In fact, I don't know what you're planning for. Tomorrow is our last day this week. And then I understood you to say that Ms. Zondi is writing exams the following week. Is that so?
Yes.
Or is that you writing? When are you writing your exams, Ms. Zondi?
I missed one on the Monday that I was here, and then I have another one next week Monday.
Next week Monday.
Yes.
So what you
These
planning?
are semester tests.
Okay. Can council see me in chambers then, so that we can map our way forward? But I don't want her to miss the next exam.
If I understand the court from Saturday, yeah, I understand that you're not sitting.
We're sitting tomorrow up until
on Thursday and
Thursday and Friday. Yes.
So
and then if it's Thursday and Friday, meaning that if she has to come, she would have to come on Monday, which is the day she's supposed to be writing examination. Which I'm of the view that, do you want to miss an exam? I don't think so.
No.
By the look of things, she's still going to be here for a long time. So we just have to be clear that she will have to come back. Ms. Zondi?
Yes, Your Lordship, I understand.
I don't know. That's my take of it. I plan ahead. I don't know.
Because I was your plan? I already changed her bookings to go back to Joburg for evening tomorrow. So I don't know.
No, tomorrow it's not an issue.
Okay.
We're sitting tomorrow up until late or up until the time she has to leave. But we have to plan for next week as well.
I see.
That's what I'm talking about.
I see, my lord. I didn't understand now.
Yes. Did you get me, Mr. Topperman?
I understand.
So shall you approach me in chamber so that we plan as of today what we'll be doing tomorrow, sometime next week before we adjourn today?
Yes, my lord. I think that is proper.
Thank you. Can council approach me in chambers? Court shall adjourn? All right.
A very good afternoon. What you've been watching there has been the rape trial of Pastor Omotoso, which is taking place in the Port Elizabeth High Court in the Eastern Cape. And once again, the first witness in this trial, Cheryl Zondi, has been undergoing cross-examination by the defense advocate, Doberman. And again, much like yesterday, although perhaps he's put the brakes on a